Yo, what is up, Click21? Welcome back to a new video, guys. Today we're going to be talking about the whole Adin Ross, XQC, Andrew Tate drama. Now, of course, this has nothing to do with the Coronas. If you want the new script, I just dropped it in the Discord, so make sure you guys go check it out. Free script just in the Discord today, guys, so make sure to check it out. But I did want to touch base on this because it has a lot to do with gaming and Twitch and the future of it. And to me, I just feel like I have to speak out on it and give my opinion, whether it be worth 2 cents or $100. I don't really care. But there's some things I've got to say about it. So let's go ahead and jump right into the video. Alright guys, as you all know, if you don't know who Adin Ross is, if you're a boomer Call of Duty gamer who has just happened to come across my channel and who's been subscribed, you know, mainly for the Call of Duty content, Adin Ross is a big streamer. He's probably the biggest US streamer on the platform right now. Adin Ross first became famous, I think it was 2K17. I'm not really sure. I never really watched him or heard of him until recently. So he first came famous, you know, when it came to NBA 2K, which, you know, created a whole breed of streamers. You know, your Rage, Speed, Polos. There's a lot of streamers and up and coming, you know, great content creators that came from 2K. But when it comes to some of this community that we're seeing, the toxicity and stuff that we get back and forth, and I'm going to play a couple clips. I'm not going to get too crazy into it. But it's creating a whole social dynamic that is a problem for a lot of these younger kids who are watching. So even though Adin might only be 21 or 22 years old, it's creating bad impressions of people that are younger than him. So let's just get into a clip or two and I'll kind of break it down. And I want to kind of dive into the XQC, Tate, you know, Adin Ross thing that happened yesterday. It was kind of weird. But alright guys, so the first issue we have, you know, with the whole community thing, of course, we have is gambling, which is one thing, which I'm okay doing, you know, some roulette from time to time. I'll admit it, I'll do a little bit of sports betting, whatever it may be, you know, just every now and then a little bit here and there, nothing too crazy. But he is promoting gambling to all of his audience, which he usually gets at least 50K viewers, as you can see in this article, which can create an issue of itself. I don't want to dive too much into this because, yes, it is kind of weird. You know, I don't want to be, you know, social justice warrior or anything like that. But the fact that he is getting 335 ETH per week, which is almost $1 million per week, he is not losing money. So it does create a false reality when it comes to gambling. So that is one thing that we can get to in a whole nother separate video, guys. Make sure you do your research. He has a big impression on all these younger kids. So when they see him gambling, and a lot of times he is the worst gambler, if I'm being honest. It's not a good advertisement for gambling, yet every now and then you're still going to win a little bit. And that's what leaves a mark on these young people's minds, is when he actually wins. But the fact is, they don't see that he's making $1 million a week just by doing these streams. So he might only deposit $50,000 to $100,000, you know, each day, but over time he's still coming up plus, even if he loses all that money, guys. So make sure you guys just be aware of that, how much money he's actually getting paid to do this. But I really wanted to focus on the toxicity between him and his friends, a so-called circle. Now, sometimes I'm not going to play but only maybe 1 or 2 clips just because it is so toxic. I don't even know if YouTube will allow this on their platform. So here's one clip I'm going to play. For instance, this was an Adin stream. Of course, a lot of times what he does is he pulls up a bunch of his friends within Discord. They all chat. You know, they're most of the time bantering back and forth, but sometimes it just gets a little bit too far, right? It's very toxic. I don't know how Twitch doesn't ban him for some of this content that is said from his friends. It's just a little crazy. I know the TOS, the terms of service, have changed a little bit, but let's just go ahead and play the clip, guys, and just kind of get your opinion and see what you guys think.
Corey,
Yeah, bro.
we can't say, and you got expelled from school because you know what you did to those black kids.
Yep, Neon.
Oh, no.
Yo!
I ain't gonna lie. I'm not. He didn't even say anything crazy. I'm just done, bro. I can't. These kids have to have a strong, long talk. I'm done, bro. I'm not doing it, bro. I'm not getting banned. No, I'm not doing it, bro. I'm not doing it. Neon didn't do anything, chat. He didn't get spent. He's homeschooled, bro. He's homeschooled, okay? I'm done. Guys,
Alright, so there you have it. There was a little bit of a toxicity there between Neon and Cuffem. I don't want to get into any of these other clips because YouTube is honestly going to take the video down. There are way worse things said between his inner circle, going back and forth. And I know a lot of people say it's just banter, but a lot of these kids don't see it as that. They see that this is okay, that they can go up to anybody and talk to them. And you can see right there, Adin was already worried about. He had already been coming off of a ban previously, you know, when he was saying supposedly a slur, which I'm not going to get into. There was like a month ban. Of course, we all know the story, or most of you probably can find it out there if you're interested in it. We're not going to dive into that, but I will say it does set a precedent for all these younger kids, right? We've got Speed over here setting firecrackers off inside of his house. Like, what does this do for all their younger audiences? Like, these guys are only 21, 22. So what is this doing for all the people that are watching that are 15, 16? They're going to think this stuff is okay, right? And I'm not trying to stick up and be like some kind of like white knight, say like, hey, you need to, they just need to tone it down a little bit. But the biggest thing with a lot of this toxicity that you see within Discord, with Adin and all that, is it comes back to haunt them. And all the younger audiences that have watched them, it's going to shed out from them as well. So let's just play an example of that. So Adin's right here playing Fortnite with a younger viewer, and if you play the clip, you can pretty much understand what's going on. These guys definitely watch Adin Ross, they might watch Cuffem, and they see these toxic banters back and forth, so they pretty much think that this stuff is okay.
Man, you got school tomorrow.
What time do you
Shut
have
up.
school? What time, actually?
Like 7. But I don't get no. I'm straight. I get straight A's, so I don't care.
Well, no, you don't. You're dumb as Yo, I don't know but play Fortnite.
Cuffem, bro. Stop talking, bro. You're fat. How are you rich and fat? All that money.
Rich.
Go buy a treadmill.
I'm not even rich, buddy. First of all, you calling me fat and your
shut
you
up.
calling me
Shut
fat and your grandma
up.
built like 2 double refrigerators. That fat booty she got. Keep talking all that shit.
Hold up.
That's why your mama don't
You're
love you. That's why you stay
weird.
with your grandma.
Alright, I'm just gonna stop it there. When you're a personality or influencer on the internet, I don't care who you are, you shouldn't be talking in this way. And I'm not talking about Andrew Tate. He has some crazy things which we're gonna get into in just a second and touch on very briefly. But the problem with that, as you can see there, as this kid is much younger, he definitely watches Adin Ross and whoever his inner circle may be. So whenever they might be in Discord like you've seen on this clip, just bantering around, they don't take it as that. Sometimes they think that stuff is okay. Now when they do this stuff in real life, and a lot of these kids, maybe they don't go outside, maybe they don't touch grass, but if they say any of these things to the wrong person, they're gonna get absolutely knocked out. And that's what we're about, them kind of creating this whole new dynamic. They're raising the bar a little bit, doing all these things that all these younger kids are thinking is okay, when in all reality it is not. So anyway, Adin Ross is now bringing Andrew Tate in, which I think honestly Andrew Tate, all he's doing is just farming all these guys. He sees Adin Ross viewer being suckered into gambling, so he's like, hey, now all these guys can join up on Hustlers University, I can make more money. I think that's the reason why Andrew Tate is starting to pop up on Twitch more, is just because he sees all these kids with all this money, and all these people are being influenced by Adin and other people, where he can just get them to join on his multi-level marketing scheme, which is Hustlers University, which could be in a whole separate video. We can talk about it. But then you've got XQC right here trying to debate versus this younger generation, and sometimes we know XQC is not the brightest jar. As you can see from this clip, he kind of compares women's rights versus Black Lives Matter, which is 2 separate instances of itself, which are equally important if I say so myself. But he's trying to pit this argument against Andrew Tate, and it's just not going to work, because XQC and Andrew Tate and Adin Ross are all on different playing fields, right? Adin Ross is not going to be able to debate as well as someone like Andrew Tate, which is going to be older, more experienced. So when XQC goes against somebody who he thinks associates with Adin Ross, he's going to get shut down, right? So let's just watch the clip.
You said what?
BLM or women's rights?
Wow, you're comparing black people to women. So you're just literally saying black women as a whole.
Kai, answer the question.
No.
Women's rights.
I think both are important, my brother. Why are you trying to put one on top of the other?
Alright, anyway guys, this is the dumbest clip I've ever seen. You can't pit one against the other. There's no reason. And I think XQC's point about this was to try to say that women are just as equal as black people, which no one is arguing that. Of course, Andrew Tate in his experience is saying that women are better drivers, and I don't know, maybe in his experience that may be. There's a joke right here by XQC even that just kind of, honestly, I love Los Pillows, I watch him a lot, but he kind of goes a little bit too far. He's trying to say a joke, I think, to be edgy and to kind of fit in with this type of culture. I don't know if I have the clip exactly, guys, but as Los Polos was leaving this call between Adin Ross, Kai, Snagimo and Andrew Tate as Los Polos was leaving the stream. Basically, XQC said that he was whack. The clip is out there if you want to find it. He's like, hey, that Los Polos guy, he's kind of whack, isn't he? Now, this is something that XQC normally would never say. I've never heard him say that, but because I think he's in a room with Adin Ross and these type of edgy dudes, he thinks that it's something he has to say to kind of fit in with their viewers and try to fit in with them and themselves, which I think honestly is kind of dumb. You know, obviously Los Polos gets mad, and then you got, you know, Los Polos' dad calling XQC pajama boy. It just gets a little bit too far, and that's where this whole perception, this whole toxicity thing can get, you know, a little bit crazy. Now, I don't know, tell me if it's scripted. You can let me know in the comments below. I think it just gets a little bit too far. A lot of these clips, if you want to find them, they're out there. Once these kids get older, they're going to keep raising the bar and saying things. You know, a lot of them are borderline racist, sexist, homophobic. And don't get me wrong, guys, I'm definitely not a liberal social justice warrior. I just wanted to say, you know, we need to bring more attention to the toxicity, you know, that is within these communities, and try to be better, because it's just not working, right? It's just creating a bad environment. Yes, it creates views, it creates drama, a lot of people feed off of that, but in my opinion, whenever it gets to where, you know, Los Polos is this offended by just a joke, said joke, he is not used to this type of banner. He is not in Adin Ross' circle. He has some banner. I know his chat gives him a lot of crap, but it's on good fun. But something like this in front of like 200,000 people is not okay. And of course, he's going to get upset. And then everybody, you know, at the end of the day, these are human beings. So I just wanted to kind of throw this video up, get your opinion on it. Do you think Adin Ross's community is too toxic? His inner circle, the whole Discord banter goes a little bit too far. In my opinion, it absolutely does. Like I said, you're impressionable on all these younger kids, so you have to set a little bit better example. And a lot of these stuff that is being said within these Discord calls, you know, the gambling and the e-dates and stuff like that, I just think it goes a little bit too far. I don't know, maybe you can call me a boomer in the comment, but let me know what you guys think. But you know, when somebody gets this upset like Los is in this video, you know it's actually hitting feelings.
Watching you be, yo, you're whack. That's whack, bro. That's whack. Because now you're trying to tell all these people, oh no, fuck with this guy.
So anyway, guys, as you can see, it just creates toxicity. That's the main point of this video. So let's try to do a little bit better. I know Adin probably not gonna see this video. I don't even know how this video is gonna do. Anyway, guys, that's all for this video. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that sub button. I appreciate all love and support. We will see you on the next one. We're out. Deuces.